All right. I think I am live. Uh Here we go. Look at everyone in here. Thank you all for joining. Um I hope you can hear me okay. I hope everything looks okay. Please, I am watching chat, so please let me know if everything sounds okay and if you can hear everything at a good audio. I didn't put any background music on for you. I should have given you a little jingle. So, yeah, thank you everyone for hopping in. I started typing up um a message that I was going to uh post in text, and I thought, you know what, Grant, you need to probably need to have a chat with everybody. Um, and then I started making a video, and uh, I couldn't get through it. You know what I mean? I kept hitting record and chatting and talking, and then you say things wrong or you say things not the way you want to say them, and you start over. And I was like, you know what? Just go live. Just do it. Send it. Do it live, as they say. We're live right now, and I can't restart it. I can't pause anything. I can't yeah, no takesies, backsies now. My words are out in the world. Um and then if you're listening to this in post, because I think I'm just gonna yoink the audio from this and put it up on podcast channels. Um yeah, full send it. And I can answer any questions and stuff as we go too. But okay. Hi. Yeah, if you are hearing my voice or seeing my face, Tyrell's always crying lately. Sorry, I shouldn't watch chat too much in case you're listening to this after. Um, Tell him I don't know what to say to that. That was funny though. Listen, that was the comedic relief I needed. It's getting too heavy. So yeah, you probably know who I am. My name's Grant. I am the CEO of the Homebrew Network, DM of the Homebrew podcast. You might know me as the CEO and founder of QuasiReal Publishing. Um, you might know me as you might even know me from Val Marketing, my day job. I don't know. You might know me. What else? I was Zachariah on Sanity Damage, and I was Michael Tor on Everything Matters. Yeah, I've hopefully if you're here and you don't know who I am, none of this is going to make any sense to you anyways. So you probably shouldn't. You know what? You're welcome. You're welcome to hang out with us. Do you guys see why I couldn't do a video? Why I had to go live? Because this is what happens. I'm incapable. Uh, yeah. So first, I have a lot. I have a lot to go over, and I want to address homebrew first. So we've been doing the homebrew for almost 4 years now. Um, we are about to cross the threshold of 1 million listens, which is crazy. Um, it's not quite like Mr. Beast numbers or anything like that, but that's a lot for us. And we begged and borrowed and stole and crawled and just we put a lot of effort into getting into the top 10 charts with homebrew. um and I'm really proud of it. I always tell people that D&D is the most popular unpopular D&D podcast. The homebrew is the most popular unpopular D&D podcast out there, and I think that's an apt way to put it. I think we have capped out at the top of the B tier D&D podcasts, and uh it's a gap. It's a gap to get into the next level. Um, it's been great, and honestly, the listeners of the homebrew and a lot of the supporters from the homebrew are why QuasiReal was even possible. Um, it's it's how it's how we got the start. It's how uh, the work that we did in all of these different ways, from podcasts to shows to all that. I mean, it's how I met Nathan. It's how I met Andy. Um, So yeah, I can say it's like Better Call Saul, right? Like Better Call Saul is great in and of itself, and you don't need Breaking Bad, but have had you wouldn't have had Better Call Saul if it wasn't for Breaking Bad. That's how I view the Homebrew and Better Call Saul. It's actually a really good analogy, and I'm laughing internally because Andy hates when I do analogies, and I do them all the time. So, uh, I'm solo streaming right now, and no one can stop me. So I'm going to do my analogies. Um, that is that's just it's a great way to put it. And um, yeah, I will say, uh, first, stuff is going to be changing. There's going to be a lot of changes. There's a lot of things I have to go over, a lot of things I have to talk about. But I just want to say, first off, this is a beginning, right? Like this is a new chapter. This is really great stuff for everyone that's involved with this, in my opinion. And Homebrew is not going anywhere. We have a lot of story left to go in campaign 3. Um, there's a lot to resolve. There's a whole lot of world left to explore. Uh, the podcast is not going anywhere. That said, the Homebrew Network, which you might not even know what that is, the Homebrew Network and the Homebrew's Patreon and the Homebrew's Discord and a little something called Homebrew Podcast LLC, which is something in the background you probably don't know anything about, but the business entity, those are all going to be going away. So, um, it's not going to change a lot for most of you. It is a very much a business thing, and the Homebrew Network has mostly stopped operating, and we're just doing the Homebrew podcast right now, anyways. So if you know what it is, I can talk about it a little more. If you have any questions, I'm definitely more than willing to answer them. But the crux of it is that the Homebrew podcast is going to be moving to QuasiReal Publishing, which all you will notice is at the beginning of the episodes, instead of it saying, "This is a Homebrew podcast," it's going to say, "This is a QuasiReal Publishing podcast." It doesn't roll off the tongue the same way. We'll figure it out. It's going to say something. Um, and it's the Patreon is going to be transitioned to QuasiReal Publishing Patreon, um, so that we don't have to run 2 Patreon accounts. All of the perks that you have now on Homebrew will be available on QuasiReal Publishing. It's just we're not going to be managing 2 Patreons anymore. The Discord is literally just uh, right now, Andy and I, for the most part, are trying to juggle 2 very active Discords. Um, and it's a lot. And I'm not even, I don't want it to be work. The podcast itself, I don't mind when that's work, and that is work sometimes. But like talking to people shouldn't be work, and engaging with the fans, and um it's becoming a chore, and I don't like that. That's not where I want to be, and I don't want to ask the cast to be like, "Hey, do this chore," where you talk to our fans. I also don't want a dead Discord. Um, I'm rambling a little bit, but the Discords combining is just the best move. Um, and it's very bittersweet for me, right? Like the Homebrew podcast is a community that we built, I mean, literally brick by brick. Like I it's something where, we started with zero. We started with absolutely nothing. And we put this show out, and we, again, I said we crawled our way through thousands of other shows. Um and it is one of the best spaces that I've ever been in. It's great. It has Realistically, though, it's just stopped growing. So, QuasiReal is just on a climb, and Homebrew is going steady. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it just makes sense to combine the resources there. So, Homebrew Discord, Homebrew Patreon are both going to be spun down. The Patreons for Homebrew and the Patreons for QuasiReal will be basically running simultaneously. So you'll still get all the same perks. I'm just going to be asking you to subscribe to the QuasiReal Patreon instead of the Homebrew Patreon. But again, I say the perks aren't going to change. You're going to get so much more. There is so much on QuasiReal's Patreon. We're posting all of our books, all of our content. Um, it's the VTT stuff is going to be up there pretty soon. It's pretty great. There's also, if you didn't know, a fully active podcast over there already called Mythcraft the Podcast. It's just starting out. It's a little baby. It's great though. I mean, it's great. It's very much a dramatic kind of like narrative. It's a little less actual play than Homebrew. I think if you liked Power Word Fail though, you'd like Mythcraft the Podcast. And there's no reason you shouldn't be listening to it. You should check it out. If you like Sanity Damage, you'll like Mythcraft the Podcast because Nathan is the DM. So if you haven't been listening to that, then what the helly, as they say. Uh, make sure I have a little cheat sheet here. So let me make sure I'm on my cheat sheet here. So Discord, Patreon are both going to be winding down. QuasiReal Publishing. I would love to see every single one of you in the Homebrew Discord move over to the QuasiReal Publishing Discord. Every single one. It's 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 just I don't I don't want to lose contact with anyone. And I'll put a big sign up, you know what I mean? I'll archive the channels and I'll put up a big sign like, "Hey, we're not here anymore. Come join us here." So, if you're hearing this late, I'll probably put this video just first thing you see when you hop back on and just move along. Move on over. Um yeah, everyone come over. And no, Tyrell, we're literally starting and never mind. Can't say that out loud. Oops. Shush. So, the some other changes. Um the I've been saying the QuasiReal Discord. Some of you people might immediately say, Grant, what's the QuasiReal Publishing Discord? I've never heard of that. There's not a QuasiReal Publishing Discord. Do you mean the Mythcraft Discord? Well, you got it. That's what I meant. The Mythcraft Discord is going to be renamed and rebranded to QuasiReal Publishing. That's a long time coming. It is really it's something we should have never named Mythcraft in the first place. Uh, it's just a name change. The channels will get jiggled around a little bit, but it's uh um sorry, chat specifically Tyrell is cracking me up lately. But the Discord is going to be renamed from Mythcraft to QuasiReal Publishing. Um, that's literally just because we have other games now. We have Veil of the Eternal Night. We have Bria's Mythical Menagerie. We have other stuff. Yeah, most people in chat right now are saying, I thought it was already the QRP Discord. Exactly. It's not. It's Mythcraft TTRPG, which again is just not a good name. So small rebrand, nothing crazy. Uh, it's yeah, it's something that you probably won't even notice. I will say, QuasiReal people, it's time for me to talk to you. Um, there are a lot of you in here. That's a great question, actually. I'm going to take Chase's question before I move on to QuasiReal. Will Friday movie nights with Cody still be a thing? My wife and I love going. Yes, we are going to be. You'll actually get two movie nights now. You'll get one on Sunday with a gentleman named Roger, and you will get one on another day, I think Tuesdays with Cody. I think we're going to. Cody would like his Friday nights back. but he is going to continue to do movie nights. Um, but you'll have basically there will be more events. And I should say that homebrew folks, like the Mythcraft Discord has about as many active people over there. So you have lots of new friends and a lot of people you probably already know. A lot of the people in the QuasiReal Discord are from the Homebrew Discord. There's a lot of new people too. You have a lot of new friends. They're very similar spaces. Be calm, be safe. It's me, right? If you don't trust them, trust me. It's a great space, and I wouldn't tell you it was if it wasn't. You can just you can hop over and everything will be great. Cody's first movie night in the QuasiReal Discord is going to be this week as a little welcome for you to come on over. Leomans is changing as well. You guys are on it. I love it. Leomans Tiny Chat is uh Leomans Tiny Chat is going to be switching days because we're switching recording days. Grant couldn't do Tuesdays anymore. My marketing business is going a little gangbusters right now, and previously Mondays were busy, now Mondays and Tuesdays were busy. Um so yeah, nothing crazy. My schedule just got nuts, so we have to switch over. Um yeah, feel free, keep the questions coming. I love it. Um so a little bit more on the transition. So QuasiReal is going to be switching to, well, Mythcraft to Discord is switching to QuasiReal Discord. The Homebrew podcast is going to continue, is going to be moving its community over to the QuasiReal Publishing Discord. You might have noticed this, but if you didn't, surprise, Campaign 1 and Campaign 2 are back public again. They're no longer on the Patreon. That was your first clue that this was happening is we unarchived Campaign 1 and 2, meaning you can get the full homebrew experience all the way back from when we were on webcams and headphone microphones with no clue what we were doing. You can catch the whole thing. So please please check that out. It's a I mean, I say that you've probably already all heard it, right? Like that's probably the thing we all have the most in common. But this guy and his clues. Hey man, I'm always dropping clues. That's why it's my secret tactic to get people to listen to me is I'm always folding little Easter eggs in. Um so this is going to be a change. Sanity damage and power word fail are going to be archived on the QuasiReal Patreon. So again, right now they're both public. It does, just so you know, it costs money for us to host those. We are going to be moving those to the QuasiReal Patreon so that they can live there forever, and you'll be able to consume those. So you'll have 3 full campaigns on the Quasi. You move over to the QuasiReal Patreon, you'll get 3 full campaigns as well as a ton of QuasiReal publishing books, as well as a lot of the podcast perks that you're getting now, right? So I really think Patreon is the best way to continue to interact. But we're gonna finish the shout outs. If you are on the Homebrew Discord, we're not like turning that off tomorrow. We're going to continue to fulfill both of them simultaneously for probably like a year. Um, it just makes sense for you to move over to the QuasiReal Patreon to change your sub because you'll get more stuff, right? Like you'll be able to get more stuff. Um, yeah, and then homebrew bonus content like the PDFs and things of that nature will be moved over as well. So I do invite all of you to join the QuasiReal Patreon. Homebrew, I'm done talking to you. If you have any, I didn't mean that how it sounded. I'm done with that portion of the announcements. If you would like to ask me any questions at all, pop it in chat and I will kind of loop back. So let's talk about QuasiReal now. QuasiReal Publishing, little business we've been going for, as I think it's been 2 years now. That that we've been making our little games. Um, it is It's been experience. It's definitely what I want to be doing. I love it. I love making games, and I love making content. So um, I while I do I'm not combining these things so that I can love any of them less, or so that we can put any effort into any of them any less. It's literally the opposite. It's that we want to give everything more attention. So, QuasiReal, while we are going to continue putting out games, um, we have a passion for media. That is essentially how we started. That's what brought us all together. It is something we love. And we want to keep doing podcasts. Um, uh, we want to keep publishing these stories, in particular the in the podcast, the audio format. I mean, it's just something that we love doing. Um, and QuasiReal is going to be kind of jointly focusing on putting out printed content and putting out audio content. So, uh, it, that is why we're pulling Homebrew over. It's why we are acquiring Homebrew, right? And we also, along with Mythcraft the podcast, and with uh, the Homebrew, and I'm going to go ahead and announce right now, drum roll please, Everything Matters is going to be coming back. I think the episode will be posted by the end of October. That's going to be a really, really cool thing. I don't want to, let's just say, let's say that it's not going to be what you think it is. It's going to be better than that. And I'm going to be there, and Tyrell's going to be there, and Maggie is going to be there, and Emily is going to be there, and a new person is going to be there. It is someone you've met, though. But Everything Matters is going to be coming back for either a conclusion, or if it goes super well and enough, if you listen, Everything Matters will be coming back as more of like a monthly show. So that is extremely exciting. Extremely excited about that. And then really, really cool that we're going to be starting this with a whole other show as well. So you may or may not know someone named Roger from Mythcraft the podcast. You may or may not know Roger from the QuasiReal Publishing Discord. He runs our community nights. He runs our street team stuff. And he is in Mythcraft the podcast, and he is excellent, excellent person, excellent voice actor. But he also is an excellent actor and DM. And if you don't know what I'm talking about now, Roger has a show called Shifting Realms. It's on YouTube. It is a live actual play. It has a big cast. And we're actually going to be acquiring that show as well. Amazing. So just think, all of you from Homebrew who are going to be switching over your Patreon now, you're going to have so much content to consume now. You're going to have full shows. You've got Mythcraft the podcast, and you've got Shifting Realms. And you have like multiple ways to consume it now. You're going to be able to get this stuff through video. You're going to be able to get this stuff through audio. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I don't know if we're doing Shifting Realms audio 100% for sure. I want them to, but it's YouTube at least for now. We'll figure it out. Um, that is an interesting point that was just made in chat. A lot of people did guess that we were going to be doing a crossover, and yes, we're actually doing a huge crossover. Um, the biggest crossover at all, where Shifting Realms is now a quasi-real publishing podcast. And we are going to do an event. It's going to be a super cool combination event where you'll get to meet people from each show. I'm going to DM it, and we'll have people from Mythcraft the podcast and Shifting Realms so that you can have a way to, yeah, just get introduced to some of the new people, some of your new friends uh, that are going to be on that QuasiReal Publishing Discord. So, yeah, I'm going to make sure that the link to this video to the Discord is in the video everywhere that we post it. I know it's a lot of changes, uh, and I know that you're gonna have to go a new place to find your content. Um, the other social media accounts are gonna be wound down. The other YouTubes are gonna be wound down. Basically, everything that you love about uh, Roger and Nathan and Andy and Tyrell and Cody and just all of it. We're putting everyone in one room. That is the headline. That's what I want to communicate the most. There's This is just going to be a huge streamlining, and it's going to mean that we can spend more time making content and less time moderating and administrating. Um, and yeah, I don't want anyone to feel nervous about it. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm sad, you know what I mean, to see the Homebrew Discord go. I'm sure that everyone, has something that they're saying goodbye to that they're gonna feel, a little melancholy over. But this is better, and this is going to be how we, grow and how we get to, the next level, whether it's this podcast or the next one, right? But we want to keep making audio content, and I'd love to see QuasiReal Publishing putting out an audio show every night of the week. How cool would that be? Uh, I think that'd be awesome. Hell, two a night. We got all day podcasts every day. We just need 24, 24 times seven. I'm going to stop talking. I really appreciate you guys hopping on and letting me do this live. Um, I didn't know what I was gonna say until I said it. So I am, yeah, I'm grateful for y'all hanging out with me. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out on Discord chat. We'll get you all the links so that you know where to go and where to be. Um, and let's get ready for our next chapter together of finding new friends and telling new amazing stories and all that. Yeah, I'll see you around.